case you don't know still, my name is Kolamide Dwayne, and you're listening to the Kolamide podcast.
You ain't got a clue, let's be honest. I had a couple seasons made a forest. I put in the work and take the...
Hi guys, my name is Kolade Maro, and you're welcome to the Kolamide podcast. So, usually on this pod, I always start out with like 2 questions. I usually have, or in recent times, I've had like guests on. But my good friend Kafaya Lawa, whose birthday I forgot twice, babe, I'm really sorry about that. She spoke to me earlier this year and she's like, this thing's called the Kolamide podcast. We don't really hear about you, what's happening. And I did put out a tweet saying a new podcast was coming. Actually, I recorded one, but I just never put it out because wrong timing, protests was going on, COVID, all of that. Anyway, if this is your first time listening to the podcast, I'm sorry. This is probably not like what a conventional pod sounds like. Today I'm being vulnerable with my listeners. I'm burying it all, basically. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this year has been hella stressful, By the way, I'm going to be playing songs just in the background, because I'm putting you guys in your feelings, like I'm putting myself in my feelings. So I'm drinking some alcohol. I don't really drink like that, so I don't think I'm drunk. But I would, this is pretty much like a therapy session. If you guys were my therapist, I'll be telling you that I'm deep in gambling debt. And I need to steal my wife's money, but yeah, my therapist. Anyway, so 2020 has been one heck of a year for everybody, really. But for me, it's just been a whirlwind of emotions. This year, my mental health took a beating, I pretty much capitulated. I was broken. Well, yeah, I was like broken, like I was destroyed, but I was sad. And it took a long while to get out of it. I would often mask it with like humor. I delved into certain vices. For instance, I smoke now. Mom, if you're listening to this, yeah. Your son who's got H factor. Your son who's got asthma now smokes. It said I started smoking like late 2019, 1-2 puffs. And then, I just take a hit of your blunt. And then I remember the first time I bought weed with my money. I'm like, bro, you're fucking buying weed. Wagwan. But like I said, this year has been hectic. To kind of give you guys like a brief rundown as my year went. I'm really being honest. Wow. I'm usually not used to being vulnerable. Anyway, so this year, or late last year, I moved into a new place and I told myself, Colin, this is going to be temporary. You just get your feet rolling, get shit done. Bear in mind, I had no job, 9 to 5. I was doing freelance work, voiceovers, production jobs here and there. I got contracts and whatnot. Thank God. But then COVID happened and all of that basically went to shit. By the way, this is my favorite part of this song. Anyway, all of that went to shit, and I'm like, God, what am I gonna do? Everybody was down. Everybody was inside. We basically stocked up on the house with the last cash. I live with a flatmate, and that was it. Actually, we had 2 other people living with us at the time. One, a friend that had just come to say hi. And then some other guy, I'm going to say some other guy, he's my guy as well. Well, my guy's guy, something like that, was just staying for a bit. And, so it was tough, man. It was really tough. I studied economics in school, even though I know shit about that shit. But the demand was more than the supply. We were 4 niggas in the house. Feeding 2 people self was a lot. So no money, nothing, COVID, nobody they do events. Nobody won even anything. But then thankfully I got a gig. Huge gig actually. Probably one of my highest paying gigs. During the pandemic, and I can't tell you the brand, but it was for a bank. I cut my check off. In the end, they didn't even use my voiceover, but they paid me, right? So yeah, that helps me. But then after that money finished, now, it was back to square zero. That, alongside a lot of things, made me very sad this year. The pandemic, the recession, this country, fucking hell, this country, man. So, yeah, I became sad. I didn't let anybody know. I would just often smile, act like everything was okay, go on my Twitter, talk to girls, tweet my hot takes. But yeah, I was kidding myself, man, because that didn't solve shit. And then my birthday was in April. First of all, I don't know if she would ever listen to this, but I did someone wrong this year. I'm not proud of it. I wasn't entirely mean or evil. It's just I could have handled things better, but I didn't, and for that I'm sorry. If you ever listen to this, I really am sorry to you. And so around my birthday, it was pretty much one of my best birthdays, even though it was in prime lockdown period. Got gifts and everything. It was decent. It wasn't decent. It was my best birthday in years, because usually around my birthday I'm just sad. And I was sad this year as well, but I got a surprise, even though people couldn't be there like physically. They sent videos. My friends made like a compilation video. I thought it was so sweet. It's the first time in my life I was getting that kind of thing. But yeah, like I said, my aha moment happened this year. I realized a lot of things that I've been living in my head. I had been lying to myself somewhat. I had created this fantasy world that I've been living in. And realizing that real life was passing me by, it was a shock. It was a good shock, but at the same time made me realize, yo, bro, you're fucking 27, and that's the truth. I don't know if I've told you, anybody, I was different age. I'm a good person, really. I think so. But I haven't been like completely honest with my friends, with people, with myself. For instance, this one's bad shot, but if I ever told you that I lived in the UK, because people say, oh, you kind of have an accent. Yeah, that's a lie. I've never lived in the UK. I was probably trying to sleep with you or get a job. If I told you, I lived in London, nah, probably just because people respect you when you say, oh, you lived, yeah. So, but I've never lived there. I wish I was born in Nigeria, man. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, after my birthday, I just realized, man, life has really gone. In 3 years, you're gonna be 30. What are you gonna show for it, bro? And then I started to try and piece my life together. I was like 5 years behind, man. Realizing that a lot of things that I thought I was doing was just things I imagined. And I wouldn't entirely blame me. I also realized this year that I had a fucked up childhood. It's really true what they say. The saddest people make the funniest people, comedians, whatever, because you just have to tell your story with a smile on your face. I realized that a lot of things I did as an adult male, And please don't think the worst. I'm not a pedophile or whatever you might be thinking. It's just I was not confident. I was not brave. I was not honest. And a lot of that stemmed from my childhood. I practically blocked out a part of my life because I was ashamed of it. I was scared of admitting the truth of that part of my life. That's a story for another day, but realizing that it's a lot. I'm speaking plenty English now, but bro, sorry. I cried as well. It's true what Trevor Noah says. Men don't cry like a lot of times like women. Women cry a lot and people think it's a weakness. No, it's a huge strength. Men are afraid of their feelings. So we cry in bulk. When you cry once, you cry for things that you remember, like something might have happened in May, June, and July. Then in August, you cry for all of them at once. Sad shit. But anyway, it's not been entirely sad, like I said. A high moment came and I realized, Omo, you have to jazz up, my guy. Because of that, I now, started struggling, started trying to meet up with my goals that I was, like I said, 5 years behind. One of my goals is to host my own show, guys like Jimmy Kimmel, Ellen DeGeneres. So my goal is to host my own TV show, late TV show, whatever, Trevor Noah is a huge mentor of mine. Well, I wouldn't say mentor, but an idol. I love the guy. And I realized all these people at my age had already put a name out for themselves. Quite right. They may not have been at the top of their game, but people had known them. Did anybody really know me? Hi, my name is Claudia Emmanuel. Oh God, maybe by that one, It wasn't about the voice. It wasn't about who I was, charisma. It was show your workings, bro. What have you achieved? What have you done? And I realized almost zero, nothing. I hadn't done anything. So yeah, it was a tough pill to swallow. But even as I was starting to swallow that, worse shit started to happen. Again, like I said, I don't want to get into that too much. I don't want to bore you guys, but my 2020, crazy. And then when you think, oh, you're moving in the right direction, you're advancing, you go like 5 steps back. Everything is happening in the world, in the country, Nigeria, in the state I live in, Lagos. I have felt in multiple fold. Like I would have felt this before in a normal way, but now I feel it 3 times more. Because, like I said, having your aha moment, realizing life isn't the way you thought it was, makes you understand like everything on at least 3 different levels. So I had that and I'm just like, fuck, That's why I guess I was overthinking and everything just got muddled up. Even now I feel like I'm ranting, I'm just chatting, Oh, by the way, this is Thames, Mr. Rebel. My favorite song of hers to date. She's amazing. Anybody that knows me knows I love Thames. There's people that are mad at me, women, because I think I like her a little too much. And it's like, I just adore her music and her voice. Do you want to sleep with her? No. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I just hated that people sexualize her a lot. Thames, turn around, let's see her mom. Like, fuck you guys. Just listen to her voice, man. She's a brilliant artist. Doing stuff that no one has done in this country. Anyway, moving on. I'm grateful for all my friends that reached out. I'm grateful for everyone that, tried to cheer me up, make me understand, that life isn't as I see it. And yeah, I just want everyone to know that I'm good. I'm okay. I'm doing great. It's not easy. I still feel like a failure sometimes. I still feel like shit. I still feel like, what if I cannot achieve what I set out to be? Would I end up, just a bitter old man? Also, one of my goals is to leave Nigeria. I mean, I love this country. I'm not gonna lie. I will fight for it as I am still here, even when I leave. But I would like come out of Canada, Norway, hell, Ghana, Luxembourg. I fucking go. I'm just tired. It stresses me out. But I love Nigeria still. I love Nigerians as well. I don't know, man. This this alcohol is starting to hit. I would try to, make more and more episodes of the Color Me Day podcast, just so I can really let you guys into my life, hear my struggles. I know everybody struggles, I just want to share. And I just want to, invite you guys to see the real me. This that I'm doing right now is tough. I've never been this vulnerable before, like on a public platform. I often, for lack of a better word, lie about certain things. Like, I basically blocked out a part of my life from my memory even because I was just ashamed of it. Realizing that you suffered a traumatic, fucked up childhood isn't something that's nice. So, yeah, let's say that happened, you would, or I at least did, block out those memories or those feelings. But it haunts you because nothing can make you feel better except you confront these things. So, like I said, I'm working through it. Shout out to all my friends. What the fuck? Shout out to all my friends. You guys are amazing. And there's people in my life that I wouldn't say all my guys are my friends, but they're just sweet as well. Love you guys. If you're a listener of this pod, I absolutely love you. I can't believe people listen. Like, one day I was thinking to myself, this podcast is really going to be like one of your legacies. One day you're gonna die. Because I've been thinking about death a lot, not like wanting to kill myself. Well, maybe that once in a while. But I also been thinking about, what it means to just die. I feel like Africans, Nigerians, we don't talk about death enough. We always, somebody died, God forbid, or don't talk about death, But if there's one thing that's sure in this life, it's that you're going to fucking die. We need to talk more about death. As Africans, Nigerians, don't always God forbid it, because it's gonna come. God literally, made sure of that. Yeah, so sharing stuff about me, I would want you guys to know that I want to pursue a career in stand-up comedy. Yeah. I feel like I've not been funny because I've not told the truth. If I tell the truth, I feel like if I tell the truth about my life alone, with a smile on my face, you guys would crack up. It's true what they say, the saddest people, often the funniest. Kevin Hart literally made a comedy special called Laugh at My Pain, and it's hilarious. But this guy is just telling his story, his life, but he's doing it with a smile, with a laugh, and everyone's laughing along with him. So, yeah, I'll probably do that too. This podcast has been long overdue. I recorded one earlier, but I couldn't put it out because everything that was going on, everyone was heated, wrong timing and that. So yeah, shout out to Lelo. She kind of inspired this. Like I said, I wanted to make one. In fact, I had made it. I just didn't put it out. But Lelo tweeted at me, and I'm like, yeah, shit. Let me just do this thing and do it and get it over with. The song that's playing now is by Sam Smith and Labyrinth, called Love Goes. It's new, but I love it. So yeah, hit me up with your questions, your advice. I'd love that, but please don't feel sorry for me. One of the things old me thrived on was pity. That sounds sad, isn't it? I thought the only way to get by in life was to be pitied. I'd tell stories and people go, oh, such a sad thing. I wasn't a confident man, you know? I always wanted to be pitied to get my way. That's a disgusting way to live. I cried at different points this year. Did I already say that? Yeah. At this point, I don't know. I'm in my feelings and I'm a little bit tipsy, so it be things. I feel like I said a lot. So yeah, this is the Calamity Podcast. If this is your first time listening to my pod, I'm sorry, this is not a good first impression at all. My pods are usually interesting, insightful, funny. This one's just sad because I'm sad. But I'm done being sad, you know. Can't be sad forever. Oh, Tito. I need to move on. So, yeah. I'm just going to play this next song. It's called Appreciate You by Magic. This song literally makes me cry. I hope I don't cry. And, I just want to say that we can all beat whatever demons we're fighting. It's tough as fuck. I've been struggling with acne. I've been struggling with low self-esteem. I've been struggling with addiction. Addicted to not cocaine or anything more, please. Not that, you know, people that are struggling with that are any different. We're all in this world together, but it's tough. I'm not going to lie, it's tough. Waking up the next morning, especially in a year like this, not knowing whether you live or die. I literally had gunshots like outside my house for 10 hours straight a few weeks ago. I could have died. If I was that lucky thing, I most likely would be dead because I wouldn't go. I wouldn't stand up. I would have stayed there, sang the national anthem like those guys. Fucking got a bullet in my chest or something. But you know, rest in peace to those who laid their life for this shitty, very shitty country. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I just hope that this inspires someone who's thinking about like how fucked up or whatever their life is. It gets better, you know. It looks like it's the worst. I definitely did feel like the worst this year. Like I said, it's also been one of the best years of my life. I realized that you have to get outside of your head and actually live life, man. Don't give no fucking fucks. I'm done giving fucks. I've given fucks all my life now. Where did it get me? It didn't get me nowhere. Try to be good. Try to be nice. Play by the rules. Maybe bend the rules a little. But I'm done. You know, I'm just going to live my best life. hopefully with God I achieve my dreams, and if I don't, well, Calamity was here. That type of shit. You would have just come to this life and gone. Is anybody going to appreciate you? Don't know. Okay, enough sadness, Guys, follow me on social media. On Twitter is at Colamide, just KOLAMIDE Colamide. On Twitter is the same, but with an underscore at the end, Colamide _ That's where I'm both. I don't know, I don't really like Instagram share, but I'm active on those parts. I don't know how to end this pod. I don't know how to end it. That's one issue I have. I usually don't know how to start, and I don't know how to end as well. This time, I've just come here and bared my feelings. I don't even think I'm going to edit this thing. I'm just going to put it out like that, This is my favorite part of this song. So yes, I do. This is corny as hell, but I do appreciate you if you listen to this pod all the way up to the end. I really do appreciate you, and I hope I can make you laugh, because I probably made you sad this time. My name is Claudio Maro, aka Calamity. And this has been the Calamity Podcast.